If you walked into a high-stakes data server room today, past millions of dollars of cutting-edge tech, you might actually be surprised to find that the system keeping their monitors unified is, well, it's a piece of legacy DVI hardware that hasn't changed in years. Welcome to today's custom deep dive.
Yeah, it's honestly fascinating to look at what actually keeps things running.
Right, so our source material today isn't a white paper or a study. It's actually a specific product page for the Smart-AVI DVS2P-S two-port DVI splitter, and that's from HDTVSupply. Our mission today is to explore the hidden hardware layer that keeps professional digital displays running. Okay, let's unpack this.
Let's do it.
I like to imagine it kind of like a simple Y valve on a garden hose. You screw it on, and one stream of water becomes two identical streams. But instead of water, this little box flawlessly duplicates high-resolution pixels.
I mean, it's a fun visual, but actually a Y valve is exactly what this isn't.
Wait, really? How so?
Well, if you put a Y valve on a water hose, the pressure immediately drops in half.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. You're splitting the force.
Exactly, and if a digital splitter did that, your 1080p resolution would instantly degrade, and you'd get artifacts everywhere. So to keep the signal pure, this specific device uses something called panel-link digital technology.
Paneling. Got it. So it's not just passively cutting the cord in two?
No, not at all. It acts much more like a digital copy machine right at the valve. It actively reclocks and boosts the data, so both output streams leave with 100% of the original integrity.
Wow, so there's no signal loss at all.
None. That is the underlying mechanism, allowing it to push full HD, which is up to 1920 by 1200 at 60 Hertz, and it pushes that across multiple screens without dropping a single frame.
Okay, so I understand the engineering behind the signal routing. And the physical specs are wild, too. I mean, it's a tiny 5.3 by 3-inch box that weighs just 1 pound.
Yeah, it's practically weightless in a server rack.
Right, but here's where I'm struggling. It's totally plug and play, right? With no additional software required. So with everything moving to cloud-based virtual machines and software-managed networks, why are we still using a physical, hardware-only DVI splitter?
That is the big question.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like we should have software handling this kind of display cloning by now.
You would think so, but software introduces latency, driver conflicts, and, potential security vulnerability.
Oh, sure, security is a huge deal for these places.
Absolutely. And the source specifically highlights environments like bench testing facilities, secure data servers, and IT help desks. In those high-stakes rooms, you need a zero software, completely fail-proof solution.
So a physical hardware layer means the signal gets duplicated instantly and securely, like right at the source.
Precisely. And because it's purely hardware-driven, you can actually daisy chain and cascade these units to build massive display arrays. You do all that without taxing a central server's processing power.
Which totally makes sense when you look at the broader ecosystem economics. DVI is technically legacy infrastructure now, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely an older format.
But because these critical environments still rely heavily on its absolute stability, there's a massive market catering to it.
Yeah, and if we connect this to the bigger picture, you really see that market in action. The vendor, HDTVSupply, they are a 25-year-old global provider, and they're currently selling this highly specialized tool for $299.
Right, and because it's legacy hardware, it also explains why you see such specific feedback on their product page. Like, people aren't just buying these off a shelf at a local electronics store.
No, definitely not. It's a very intentional purchase for a very specific problem.
Yeah, I noticed that in the customer reviews. There's a buyer named William who specifically praises the company for stocking hard-to-find AV products. It just shows that beneath the shiny consumer tech we interact with every day, there's a quiet but thriving professional market.
It really is. It's an entire ecosystem functioning perfectly, and it's just prioritizing pure reliability over the latest trends.
Keeping the lights on with highly specialized older formats. So to bring this all back to you listening, the next time you see perfectly cloned screens at a server farm or command center, you'll know exactly how that digital plumbing works behind the scenes.
Exactly. It's hidden, but essential.
It's not some complex cloud software. It's a dedicated piece of hardware doing the heavy lifting without making a fuss.
It does leave you with an interesting question to ponder, though. If a simple 1-pound piece of plug-and-play hardware can reliably clone our digital reality with absolutely zero software or updates required, how much of our modern software-heavy tech ecosystem is actually over-engineered?